Why are you constantly manifesting the opposite and how to stop and change it? Hey guys, hope you're well. And this is the video for all the people who keep on thinking that they are manifesting something opposite, or you keep on experiencing things in your life that are not going in the direction that you wanted. And this is very, very common. This happens with a lot of people that you start your manifestation journey. And when you are starting your journey, you have a certain intention in your mind. Now, this intention can be, let's say, a better relationship. This intention can be, let's say, more money. This intention can be a different job. But as you're on this journey, you start to experience things that are actually opposite to what you want. They are things that are going away from where you thought the journey should lead you. So let's say you are manifesting a relationship, but you just experienced a breakup, or you're manifesting more money, but you get a sudden bill. And these kind of things can be quite difficult to deal with. They can be quite challenging. And a bigger issue that happens is we start judging ourselves. We start questioning the process. We start getting into a zone where we start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing because of which I'm constantly getting the opposite to what I want? So in this video, I will be talking about some things that you must notice if you are on this manifestation journey and you're noticing opposite results towards your manifestations. Number one, a big reason why you're manifesting the opposite of what you want is because you don't feel safe to get it. Now, I know that this can be slightly tricky, so stick with me. Your mind has one job, which is to protect you. In order to protect you, your mind will create assumptions. In order to create assumptions, your mind will need to analyze the threats around you. So, if something doesn't feel safe to your mind will make sure that it goes away from it. And it will try to manifest things or will make you go in a direction where you don't get it. I will help you understand this with the help of an example. Because if we don't have internal safety, it will often result into a self-sabotaging situation. So let's take the example of one of my clients. And this is something that recently happened with her, and this is something we were discussing. So I will discuss this here. Now, this client grew up in a household where the first relationship that she saw, a relationship between her parents, was not really a good relationship at all. Her father was actually never available, and her mom, she constantly settled when it comes to their relationship. And what used to happen is that this client, this girl, she didn't used to get attention from her father too. So what used to happen is as that started to happen, her mind, the first assumption that it created of how a relationship is supposed to be, it created an assumption that a relationship is not happy. As she started growing up, she got into another relationship. So this is her first relationship, but this is her second experience with relationships, the concept of relationships. The first relationship that she got involved in. Now, mind you, when you are young, you don't have that much knowledge that you have right now. You don't also experience the same level of intensity of emotions. Plus, you also don't know what is correct for you, what is incorrect for you. At this age, she got together with a guy who was super controlling, super possessive. And when she was very young, like she was, I think, 15 to 16 when this relationship started. This started going up, they started being together for a while. And over a period of time, this guy became very, very controlling. Now, she only knows two relationships. The first one, where she saw her father being unavailable. So, when someone is actually available to her, it feels very attractive. To her, it feels that my internal need for attention has been met. And when her internal need was met, she didn't recognize that it is actually going overboard and this guy is becoming super possessive. Because of which, eventually, situation turned very sour and she had to break up with this guy. But this left her scared. Her mind now understood that there are only two things that can happen once she gets into a relationship. Either she will have a very controlling person or she will have someone who is not available at all. Now, this is all that she has learned. So, eventually, this girl got a guy in her life as she started working on herself. But as this guy came into her life, she was constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. She was constantly worried that something will happen with her. And to protect herself without even knowing, she started testing this person. As she started testing this person eventually got pushed away and she eventually became single. And she wanted to manifest this person. And what happened with her is a different story. She's working on herself, she got movement, and all these things are different. But this just shows that when your mind doesn't feel safe receiving what you want, it will eventually try to sabotage it so that it can go away from it. And whenever that happens, it is very important that we actually work on creating safety when it comes to the particular topic that we are trying to manifest. Now, how to create safety is not something I can tell you here. A big reason being because it differs from person to person. In my client's situation here, the thing that she got help from was inner child meditations, self concept work, and creating a better perception of men. This is something we did through affirmations. I also made her notice what the truth was because she had created a lot of generalizations. But if you are someone who is manifesting the opposite because you don't feel safe receiving what you want, a good question to ask yourself would be, if I got what I wanted tomorrow, does it excite me or does it make me nervous? If the answer is it makes me nervous, you should work on the safety part towards your manifestations. The second reason why you're constantly manifesting the opposite is because you have a bigger need that gets fulfilled with you manifesting the opposite of what you want. Now I know this one can be slightly tricky. Also, it can be slightly difficult to hear that Karan, I really want my manifestations. Why would I want something opposite? Why would I want to be single and loveless if I truly want love in my life? The thing is, if you have been single till now, and let's say you have been single over a period of time, and here I'm just referring to your concept of trying to manifest a relationship per se. If you have been single for a while, that comes with its own set of benefits. Now, if I am single, I get to hang out with my single friends and complain about women, for example. I don't do that, but just giving you an example. If I'm single, I get to go on dating apps and talk to different women. Even if it comes with me being single, it gives me some excitement. If I'm single, if something bad happens in my life, I can just instantly blame it on the relationship. I can say that, you know what, I'm single and I'm unhappy because I don't have a relationship. If I'm single, then I don't have to change my perception of women. Maybe there is an ex of mine who hurt me and I really just want to blame everything on her. But if I change my perception of women, I will have to forgive her to change this perception. But I really don't want to do that. Even you not getting what you want fulfills some of your needs. Just like you getting what you want will make sure that some of your needs are not fulfilled. So let's say I'm in a relationship. I would not be able to be on a dating site, right? So it will not fulfill my need to get and meet someone exciting and new, right? Now wouldn't want to, but maybe an unconscious way to understand this would be that my body and my mind will always have needs that will go unfulfilled no matter what desire I choose. Sometimes the need that we have that is being fulfilled by us not getting what we want is bigger than the desire that we particularly have. A good question to ask yourself, if you are someone who feels that this is the reason why I keep on manifesting the opposite, is to ask yourself, what need of mine gets fulfilled if I don't get what I want? Simply put, what are the benefits that I have if I don't receive what I want? There would be some things that would come up. Is it sympathy, comfort, support, whatever it is? Really working on letting that go would really help. Because if you are able to do that, you are able to pay the price of success and you would be able to receive what you want in a better way. The third reason why you're constantly manifesting the opposite is because you're not changing your actions. I will help you understand this with an example again, and this is something recently discussed with one of my clients. So, this is one of my clients who has been in a situationship with a guy for a very long time. And as she has been in this situationship, she recognizes that she needs to put up a boundary because this guy is not offering her what she wants, and she's only in it because she's constantly afraid that if I walk away, I will not never get what I want. In her mind, she feels that if I stick long enough with this person, he will probably see how much I love him. But when she's sticking with him, he's seeing how much she dislikes herself because she's constantly settling, constantly letting go of her needs, constantly letting go of her self respect just to be with this person for a very short commitment. So we had a session where first, when we first connected, she said that I will put up boundaries and everything. And on the second session, she mentioned to me that, you know what, Karan, I went back, we again got physical and the same situation started. And she recognized because we discussed this with examples. So the example that I gave her was, if you are in a relationship and imagine you are with your partner and you tell your partner that, you know what, 29 days out of 30, I will be very loyal to you. I will be very consistent with you. But one day out of the month, I will cheat on you. Would that relationship last? And her answer was no. This relationship wouldn't last. The same way you also have a relationship with yourself. Of course, your mind would want to go back into similar situations and do the same actions. Of course, your mind would again want to go and settle because one need gets fulfilled. If I settle, I get some quick fix, I get some quick attention, I get some quick validation. Of course, you also have feelings for the person. But if you're constantly settling and you're not changing, you are going to guarantee that in the long term, your fulfillment wouldn't come, your manifestation wouldn't come. So, changing your actions is one of the surest way to make sure that you receive your full manifestations. The fourth reason why you are manifesting the opposite is because you are not patient. Now, this one is very common, so hear me out. More often than not, people are doing everything correctly. As you are going into your manifestation journey, if you are working on your self concept, you have changed your actions, you're not actually settling, you are probably doing things correctly. But what happens is the middle part is not exactly how you thought it would be. So the how of the manifestation journey is not how you thought it would be. And sometimes it can give you something opposite, which means things might go in the direction that you were not expecting. Now, as soon as that happens, even if we are doing everything correctly, a lot of times we start creating patterns. So we start to tell ourselves that, you know what, I was doing everything right. Why did I manifest the opposite? And then we constantly try to find the reason that, why is it not coming? Why is it not coming? Why is it not coming? What am I doing wrong? Where is it? Where is it? And because you start asking these questions, your impatience starts to come out. And because your impatience starts to come out, you constantly go back into the similar situation that you were when you started because your impatience started to come out. If you would have actually been patient and told yourself in that moment that, you know what, I don't know where this is leading, it might be leading to exactly where I want it to be, you would have a better chance of receiving what you want. Now, if you have been trying that and it isn't working, of course, look at the other three reasons that I mentioned. It's probably one of those. Or reach out to someone, get help, me, any other coach that you align with that will help you understand what your true, real issue is. Working on that would be really helpful. But understand that a lot of times, even if you're doing everything correctly, some patience would be needed. So I hope that this video answers your questions. I hope that if you're manifesting what you want, in fact, I intend it for you, that you start receiving movement in the manner and in the ways towards your manifestations. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you liked the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.